Once again, we'd like to welcome y'all to Terrific 24, the tip-off. Texas Takeover versus Houston Flight.
Let's see, Houston Flight got a little bit of throwback action. Austin Benini going back to his roots a little bit.
Jake Simpson comes back out on fire once again.
Guess he hasn't missed a beat. Knocking him down.
Austin with a tough take. Nice kiss off the glass.
Yo, he has this one move. It's a little change of speed, a little hip crank. It's so tough.
Jaden Chaney with the take and one. That's a terrific 24 and one, folks.
Yes. I'm liking the start to this game.
Yes, sir.
Whole lot of offense.
Yes, it is.
That's what I like to see.
He misses the +1. Rebound by Cedric Cook. Out to Kobe Haynes at the top. He attacks. Nice paint touch. Nice kick to the corner. Austin can't come up with the three, though.
Having some shot clock malfunction. I'm wondering if we're going to be playing with shot clock this game or not.
I think the score table's getting a little tired over there. Austin Benini with the read, reads the screen. Good kick to the wing, good feed down low, but he can't come up with it. Jake Arnold on the rebound, pushing it. Arnold with the baseline curl pass to the corner, to the wing to Jake Simpson, but he falls short on the three-point attempt. Benini to Trevor Frank, who kicks it for the alley look, but it hits the backboard instead. Takeover, get the ball. We have Benini with the steal. Will he drop it off to Griff? He does for the slam, and it's good.
Got a good flow. Good flow going back and forth. Shots going up, not a lot of whistle, dead ball. Good flow I like to see right now.
Trevor Frank with the rebound. Kicks it to Kobe Haynes. Kobe Haynes misses on the lay. Takeover with the ball. Jaden Chaney attacking. Can't convert.
They're letting them play. They're letting them play.
Benini with the stop and pop from the high school three-point line. I think that's the first time I've seen the high school three-point line utilized on today.
He's a smart player. I think he knows what he's looking for.
I'm really liking the patience that Jake Arnold has been showing today running the ball.
Yeah, he's been doing a really good job in recent events that I've seen him, and just being a facilitator, not being rushed, playing with poise. I think he's been trying to transition his game into being more than just a shooter.
Right, yes, I agree with you on that. Griffin Thatcher on the wing with the ball, receives the screen, reading the floor, looking to create for himself. Tried to feed the post, ball was stripped away. Jake Arnold pushing it on the wing, stops, pulls for the three off the glass, and it's good. Three-pointer, Jake Arnold.
Look, it's 5 o'clock on Saturday. I think the bank must have stayed open for that last transaction. Not a lot of dead ball play. You know, you like that. Sometimes the kids can get a little tired. Good flow, good up and down play going on right now.
Yes, it is. Good way to go off the screen. Kobe on the take and one. Bucket count.
It's a good, strong move. Great recognition by Jaden Chaney. Off the screen, they iced it and jumped high side. He rejected the screen, made the pop pass when two collapsed on him, Kobe was able to attack and drive and get the and one. That was really good recognition by Jaden Chaney on that play.
That was a terrific 24 and one. Free throw was converted. Austin Benini on the attack. He finds his shooter on the wing. Can't knock it down though. Rebound, takeover. Jake Arnold on the attack, but he is called for travel violation. We have Austin being patient in the offense. He finds his little move. Take to the rim. Can't convert.
If you're someone who has never watched Austin Benini before, you may look at him and he may look short. And, you know, if you're just going off of stereotypes, you may think he's slow. But on the contrary, he's very fast, very
fast,
quick,
yes.
and very deceptively athletic. He finishes a lot, you know, on top of bigs who are 6'8", 6'9",
Yes,
very
does.
crafty once he drives to the paint.
Yes, yes. Showed us a little bit of that quick hip twitch that you were speaking of earlier.
That's his go-to right there. And I've seen him so far in this game. I mean, he's, you know, we're only a few minutes in, and he's been in the paint almost every play.
Yes, yes. They found the mismatch, but Jake just couldn't get the ball to go on the rim. Chance Perkins with a nice pass to Griffin Thatcher, who then feeds it to Cedric Cook on the inside for an easy bucket. All right, takeover in the half-court set. Jaden Chaney uses the screen, finds Jake Arnold on the opposite wing. Jake takes to the rim. I think he just passed up a layup.
I like the fact that he doesn't want to force anything tough, a tough acrobatic layup, and he's looking, but I think one of those right there was a good, strong drive. He could have finished right over the rim on that last play.
Yeah. Substitutions coming in for both teams. Shot is short. Chance Perkins pushing the ball up, but he loses control. Jake Simpson with the steal. Chris Wiseman with the take, and he finishes at the rim. Takeover up by 3 right now, 13-10. We have 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half of the game.
Some good team play, I think, from both teams. Not a lot of selfish one-on-one play, moving the ball. I'd like to see both teams be a little better when the pace is pushed. I'm seeing a lot of slow play, slow half-court play, so both teams are having the ability to execute, but when that pace goes up and you get in transition, I'd like to see more execution, more converting on plays.
Jaden Chaney with the take. Was looking for Jake Arnold on the kick out, but it wasn't there. Ball tip. It remains takeover ball. Brandon Edison with the ball, the wing. In and out shot by Jake Arnold. You won't see too many of them from him. Nice layup, Jake Arnold.
A lot of length, a lot of active hands for Flight. Takeover needs to make sure they pass fake and make sure that they're not making passes that are always getting deflected. Want to be solid with the basketball.
Good take, good block by Chris Wiseman. ball has been put back into play. Jaden Chaney with the ball, bringing it up the floor. Filling out his opponent as he drives to the rim. Can't finish, but Griffin Thatcher comes up with the rebound, and he is going to be called jump ball here.
See, that's what I'm kind of referring back to. As that pace and tempo picks up, whether it be, all 10 on the floor or whether it be one or two guys, want to make sure that we can still make proper decisions, good plays, passes, when that pace is going, and I'm not seeing that from Takeover right now.
Drive down low. Braden with good hands. He gets the steal. He dishes it out to Jake Arnold on the wing, but Jake Arnold's patient. He waits. He finds Braden Cutton, who then dishes it off to the low post guy, Chris Wiseman, who cannot connect. Flight recovers the basketball. Austin Benini is pushing the pace right now. Straight down the middle with an acrobatic lay, but Griffin Thatcher comes through with a nice putback dunk right there.
And he's been playing, a few plays, but I've seen him 3 plays. He's playing above the rim. Somebody better box him out.
And there you go, Jake Arnold. Corner three-point. You have to know where he is at all times on the floor.
I'm loving the pace of this game. One team scores, the other team's coming right back at you. Love that out of summer basketball. Coach Ned giving his team a firm and stern talking to right now on the sideline.
Yes, he is.
Seems like he wants his team to pick up the pressure a little bit, and they're not following suit.
Austin connects on the first free throw. And the second is good as well. Closes the gap to a 4-point game. We're about halfway through this first half, 6 minutes remaining.
Got a good game going. I'm liking what I'm seeing from both teams for the most part. Getting a little sloppy the last couple of minutes. Driving into gaps that are too tight. Trying to pass through length, through arms. I like to see both teams close out this 6 minutes. It's a little more solid play like I saw from them earlier.
Coach Ned was calling for a reset, and his team still can't seem to find an open shot. But there in the corner you have with Amir Turner knocking down a three-pointer right on cue. Cedric Cook with the take to the rim. Jake Simpson has a hand in there. He's called for the foul as Chance Perkins is being sent to the foul line.
Flight has a big front court in right now. Chance Perkins, Cedric Cook, and DeMille. Like to see them use their length, being active in the paint, making things happen, like Chance did just there, active on the board, get a foul, get to the free throw line.
We have a dead ball because the ball has rolled onto the floor from the other court, and so I do believe they're going to shoot the free throws over.
Can't tell what's going on right now. Looks like white ball, though.
Jaden Cheney with the quick hands for the swipe, but Chance recovers the ball. Shot misses the mark, and it will be Takeover's basketball. This flight team is mixed with 16s and 17s. And then they also have an incoming freshman. He hasn't checked into the game yet, but he's sitting on the bench. But he is supposedly one of the best incoming freshmen in the city of Houston.
I'd like to see him check in the game and see what he can do against big-time competition, big-time 17U basketball.
Good bucket right there. Elijah Bernstein showing some patience as he brings the ball across the timeline, is attacking the rim, misses the mark off the layup, and Takeover in flight has the ball and they're out pushing in transition. Stops and pulls up for a three, but he falls short. But Cedric Cook is there for the rebound and the putback for Flight, making it a 2-point game.
Marco from Houston Fly has been doing a good job of coming in and pushing the pace, making solid decisions. He might have missed that shot there, but his pace and his playmaking, making the correct read, has been really solid ever since he's checked in.
Yes, it has. And that incoming freshman just checked in, number 30. His name is Zion Pipkin.
Zion Pipkin. I've heard a lot about him. This will be my first time seeing him in person.
And Trevor Passmore and Griffin Thatcher also checked back into the game for Houston Flight. Ball has been put into play. A lot of pressure being handled. Head is down, needs to be looking up so he can see the floor. And he turns the ball over.
Gave him some props, and then he came back on the next possession and made me look a little bit dumb.
Brandon Edison wide open at the top of the key for the three. It misses the mark. Zion Pipkin with the rebound, pushes it up to Griffin Thatcher, who misses a dunk. Sprite commercial, Phillips.
That'll have to be on the, that's a Shaq in the Fool right there.
Yes, it is.
His armpits were above the rim, and you know what my dad, we used to call those jelly backs.
Nice feed down low. Foul.
I think Griff was too wide open for his own good.
Yeah, eyes got a little too big there. Cedric Cook gets the roll on the first free throw. And he hits the second as well. 3 minutes, 26 seconds left in this first half. 23-21 is the score with Texas Takeover up. And Coach Ned wants an and one on the play.
You know what I'm noticing from Steve Smith has only been in the game for a little bit, but he has some really long arms.
Yes, he does.
Really long arms. And I believe he's about 6'8".
Yep, 6'8". Wingspan is probably pushing 7 foot a little bit.
Good looking stroke too.
That is a travel. The young fella has to realize when playing 17U basketball, it's about spacing. He brought his defender to the man where he was going.
That was a tough bucket by Elijah Bernstein.
Good take.
Really tough bucket, and he's picking him up at half.
Unnecessary reaching foul.
I've been seeing a lot of talking from Takeover these past 2 games. The one they played against RL9, and it's starting to get a little chippy here now in this one.
Yes, it is.
A lot of bodies flying around.
No good on the shot. Rebound to Takeover. Braden Edison with the ball. Pushing it up, gives it to Amir Turner. Amir with the drive and the kick to the corner. Elijah Bernstein. And he's going to pull it back out to try to set something up. Oh, no, he takes a NBA three-point attempt. I'm telling you, these guys see the NBA line and they just want to go for it. Elijah finishes, even though he did travel on the play.
He made up for that bad possession, bad shot on the three-pointer. A lot of bodies flying around, a lot of contact.
Yes.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's a foul, but I'm seeing a lot of bodies hit the ground, acrobatic layups in place. Both teams are starting to get a little aggressive here.
Yes, they are. That was a nice cross-court pass by Jake Arnold. Let's see what the young guy does here. He absorbs the contact and goes through, showing that he has some strength.
Yeah, that was a little surprising. Braden Edison is no
Yeah.
small body,
Yeah.
and he rose up, got the contact, and was still able to get a look at the basket. Now he's at the free throw line.
And he knocks down his first attempt.
Good looking shot there on the free throw. Playing some extended minutes here, too.
Yes, he is. Misses on the second. Loose ball. Let's see who got after the 50-50. It is Big Steve and little Kobe Haynes on the ground. Ball's been put into play. Zion Pimpkin, the young guy, gets it, takes it to the rim, but he misses, falls short. Jake Arnold pushes the pace to Jake Simpson on the wing, but he misses the three-pointer. But he gets his own rebound. He finds Jake Arnold in the corner, and it is another missed three-point shot. But Takeover is on the offensive glass right now.
Working really hard. I'm liking Elijah Bernstein's energy level right now. He's being really active, flying around, trying to make plays happen.
Good steal there by Braden Edison as he pushes the pace, and he finds Simpson in the corner for three, and it is good.
The good thing about those last couple possessions is Takeover is making that kick-out pass on time, so
Yes, they
Simpson
are.
is there ready to shoot when he catches it.
Zion Pipkin with the ball at the top of the key, looking to create for himself. Nice hesitation move, finds his man in the corner. Kobe Haynes for the three, but it falls short. Braden Edison with the rebound, a wraparound dribble, a bad outlet pass, and it is stolen away by Houston Fly. Austin Bonini coming down the court, pushing the pace. Attacks the lane, acrobatic lay. No good. Rebound by Simpson. Outlets it to Edison. Edison makes the nice bounce pass to Simpson for the easy two. Good pass.
Looks like he got him with a travel there, though. Takeover's really quick with some bad possessions. Was able to stretch this lead.
Austin Bonini for an NBA three, and he misses. Down, but the bucket is no good. That is the end of the first half. It is 35-22 with Texas Takeover Ned up over Houston Flight.
We had a good one there going, some good flow, but I think down to the last, crunch time of the first half, 4 minutes left. Looked like the energy and the scrappiness of Takeover kind of overpowered Houston Flight a little bit. Looked like they had a little bit more intensity, a little more will to get loose basketballs, and they converted on those. Houston Flight, couple bad possessions, turns into transition play, and Takeover converts them, and now they're sitting up here at the half up 13. They did a good job of clamping down and stretching that lead out into the second half.
This is the terrific 24. And this is the tip-off presented by Boston Hart Scouting Service. We have Texas Takeover Elite Ned versus Houston Flight. Alongside me is Chris. So what adjustments do you feel that will be made here in the second half for Flight to try to close this gap up?
What I'm seeing out of Flight, number one, both teams, a lot of NBA threes going up. When you're up 13, I guess you can kind of get away with it. But if you're Houston Flight, I think you need to do a better job of getting quality looks at the basket. You gotta make shots.
You have to make the shots.
You gotta make shots in this game. And I haven't seen Flight. They've been in the paint a lot, but I haven't seen a lot of made open threes. And that doesn't mean you have to sit here and jack them up to get back in the game. You plug away, you play defense. But at the same time, on the offensive end, you got to make sure you put the ball in the hole.
You do. You do. You definitely do. And so we will see what adjustments were made here at the half. See if Flight can crawl their way back into this game.
I think they're going to have to make sure that they match Takeover's energy, their scrappiness, their activity level. And they're going to have to come back in this half and really claw away at it. It's not going to happen in one possession. You have to make sure you pluck away. Basketball is a game of runs. And you got to hope that this one doesn't get out of hand early at the start of this half. You got to make your push right here from the get-go, 14 minutes. Because it could get ugly real soon if you're not careful.
Yes, it can. And the second half is underway with Texas Takeover with the ball. Jaden Chaney up top being patient with the ball. Trying to set up the offense here for the Takeover. Austin Benini's playing them pretty tight. Jake Simpson in the corner, he kicks it back out. With the shot clock being off, this kind of changes the feel of this game just a little bit.
Does change the feel. Teams can be more deliberate in what they want to look for on the offensive end. As you can see, Takeover knocks down a three at the start of the half, Jake Arnold.
In Flight with the turnover, and they convert on the other end. That is Jake Simpson with the layup.
And that's definitely not how you want to come out in this half. A breakdown on the defensive possession, bad possession on offense, turnover, and then give up a layup. And this is about to be 20 really quick.
Another turnover, but then Jaden Chaney himself loses control of the ball as well. The ball will remain Houston Flight's possession. Chance Perkins with the ball. He finds Austin on the dribble handoff. Austin with the take, a baseline, easy lay for him.
If somebody's going to do it, he's going to have to be the one. Make some shots, get into the paint, finish some layups, but they got to get stops on this end.
Chris Wiseman with the three, and he calls a bank.
I guess at 5:30, the bank is still open.
And Austin Benini with the pace that is very difficult to stop.
In transition, he's super tough to guard.
Yes, he is. And Jake Arnold answers back with the three from the corner.
This is starting to be just a up and down, not a lot of defense being played. Takeover's getting wide open shots every trip down.
Yes, they are. Then Chance Perkins fires his own three from the corner. Flight is not getting back on defense on any possession, and they're giving up easy looks to the rim. Although it was a miss, and Flight gets the rebound, and Austin comes down with an acrobatic lay, and he finishes it.
I don't know what's going on with this game right now, but It's a lot of cherry picking, snowbirding.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to need somebody to play some type of transition defense.
And that is a turnover. Ball is going right back to Texas Takeover. Jake Arnold uses the screen. Chris Wiseman with the ball in the corner. And we have 3 seconds in the key call.
Flight was able to get, if you want to call it a stop, when Takeover missed that layup. They get this stop here. They scored the last 3 possessions in a row. This is a big one.
That's a tough step through by Chance Perkins right there. And he finishes the layup. Jaden Chaney makes the cross-court pass to the corner, and he finds Jake Simpson, who nails the three-pointer.
Texas Takeover looking a lot like some vintage Chino Hills with Lonzo Ball and his brothers.
Yes, they are.
Chunking the ball down the floor.
Austin with a tough take, but could not finish at the rim. Chris Wiseman comes down and makes the easy layup.
Houston Flight coach needs to make sure, tell his kids, our transition defense has got to be a lot better.
That is a foul, as Chris Wiseman was pushing the offensive player while he was trying to screen him.
Looks like we got a 20-point lead, so this clock is running.
Yes, it is. Easy entry pass, but it is stolen. And Takeover is coming down the floor. And we have a double dribble as the ball gets caught on Chris Wiseman's knee as he's dribbling up the court. Well, like you said, with a running clock, it's not looking good for Houston Flight right now. Both teams are just getting up and down the court. Looks like a New York basketball game to me.
Yep.
Trevor Passmore with the tough opportunity of three, but he can't connect. Takeover pulls down the rebound. Jake Arnold on the wing at the top of the perimeter. He feeds it to Braden Edison, who is driving. Finds his spot and reverse left-hand layup.
The outlets in this game are nuts right now.
Yes, they are.
Outlets are way up the floor.
And it is a turnover as Amir dribbles off his foot. And the clock continues to move. 55 to 35 here with 8 minutes rolling.
Flight is going to have to make some kind of push to get it down to 15, 14 points. Just took Austin Benini out, so it might be a little rough.
Good pass and good finish. The Flight has to dig in here and play some defense and get a couple of turnovers.
Yep, if they're going to do it, it needs to happen right now.
That is a good pass by Amir. Turn to Steven Smith. He finds it. Easy bucket to put in.
I don't know that Flight is going to figure out how to group together some team defense and get some stops here.
Takeovers all over the offensive glass right now. Jake Arnold in the corner misses. Flight controls the rebound, and they're attacking. Trevor Passmore can't finish the left-hand layup. Nice full court outlet pass from Jake Arnold to Braden Edison for the easy lay. 59 to 39. Trevor Passmore in the corner. He knocks down the three-pointer. This will be a great time for the Flight to dig in.
don't know. The way it's looking, unless we get some magical push here, I'm not seeing the effort out of Flight to dig in and maybe make something of this game with 6:25 left to go.
He uses the screen and finds his man on the inside feed. Flight with the ball. We have a steal.
And really, the dead balls and the fouls don't really help Flight at all,
They
really.
don't because the clock
The
continues
clock
to
keeps
run.
going.
Zion to the corner. Another three-point attempt. They don't really need to keep firing threes. They just really need to find quality shots and chip away at this lead. If they would have had a bucket, made a stop, had a bucket, now the clock stops, it's under 15,
Yep.
you kind of put yourself back in the game a little bit.
And now they're putting Takeover at the free throw line. That definitely doesn't help. Free throws take about a minute off the
Yes,
clock.
they do when they're running. Amir makes the first and he makes the second as well. Pushing it to a 19-point lead for Texas Takeover Ned.
I expected Houston Flight to make more shots from the perimeter.
And here we go, another three-pointer. He's no good. Trevor Passmore. Kobe Haynes gets down and gets scrappy to get the loose ball, but he ends up turning it over. And it is Takeover's ball.
Those plays like that, and just kind of sometimes you got a 3-on-1. You got to be able to convert those really easy.
And another foul on the ground.
Yep, the way it's looking. Flight has some good perimeter shooters. I felt like they should have been making some more shots in this game today.
I agree with you. It's just more so the lack of effort on defense that is kicking Flight in the butt right now.
Right on cue, as you said there. Lack of effort, lack of awareness. Ball watching, your man cuts back door, you give up a layup. That's not good basketball.
And they're just giving up on plays right now.
Yep.
I think they realize the game's about to be over. Jake Arnold with a strong take. He is fouled. Clock continues to run as he goes to the free throw line.
Yep, just the tale of effort. Effort can get you a long way. And I always tell people, no matter what you're doing on the offensive end, shots falling, shots not falling, the effort has to be there. You can't allow that to dictate what you do on the other end, because if you do, you get a 44 to 64 game running clock.
Yes. Jake makes the first and also makes the second, making it a 21-point game as Texas Takeover leads with 3 minutes left in the half, and looks like this one is about to be called pretty soon.
Oh, we got the 2 minute and 20, don't we?
Yes.
Ooh, that hurts.
It's a turnover, and it remains Houston Flight's basketball. Zion Pipkin with the ball at the top, looking to create. Finds Chance Perkins on the wing as he drives to the rim. Left hand lay, no good, but he's still in the fight. Offensive rebound tip, no good. Takeover comes down with it. This is the defensive effort that Flight should have been playing with like 12 minutes left in the game.
Correct. A little too late now.
That's a turnover by Amir, and the ball should be Flight basketball. And they're just letting the clock. They're just milking it right now.
Milking it.
Even the ref is milking it.
Mm-hmm.
And the referee uses some choice words.
Mm-hmm.
Griffin with the head fake. The and one. That is a terrific 24 and one. But it's a little too late for it.
This game has been, to say the least, a little bit wild
Yes. Yes, it has.
in just every aspect. A lot of kids shooting from the NBA, a lot of flying around, a lot of tough shots. Transition defense been really bad. Kids just chunking the ball up and down the floor. A little bit of talking, even though the game is not really close.
You have referees and coaches arguing with each other.
I mean, all of this, and the game really, for the entire second half, the game really hasn't been that close.
Yeah. Another turnover by Flight. Sloppy play. Just a couple of seconds remain in the game. Uncalled for a foul right there. And the players are getting extra chippy and the game is over.
Takeover looks like they still want to try and go score at the rim. Yeah, they want to keep scoring.
And you called it, and he did, as the buzzer sounds.
No holding the ball out here for Takeover. They want the 20-piece.
And that is the end of the game, folks. 69-49. Takeover. 20 pieces. Houston Flight. Once again, this is the Terrific 24. And this is the tip-off brought to you by Ball Sahara Scouting Service. And this was just Takeover Ned versus Houston Flight. Chris, man, once again, want to thank you for joining me. Any final words that you have, man?
Just as far as the game is concerned here, very chippy. The game wasn't close. Flight could have put in a lot more effort. And it looks like even after the game, still some talking going
I see it.
on.
And the dad is
my
the
God.
dad has pushed him over there to go fight, which is something that you would never expect to see.
Good to see you, man.
It's good to see you too, sir. That is something that you would never expect to see, is for a father to grab his child, and then he just tells another parent from the opposing team to step outside and fight him, and the parent is going to go.
Look, he's not scared, to say the least. No punk in his blood, I guess.
But it's uncalled for. Yeah, that's unnecessary.
Well, I really don't understand what all the bark's about.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't get it.
You had all that time on the floor
Mm-hmm.
to compete, make the game close, to do all the fighting
Right.
that you want to do, and you want to do it after the game. Look, you lost. You got to take your licking and keep it pushing.
That's it. But that was a first for me. I never seen a parent take his kids back and tell him go over there
Go fight.
and fight him instead of walking away. And then the parent then challenges another parent from the opposing team, tells him to step outside, and that parent was about to go follow him to step outside.
That was about as exciting as
The game
the
got.
whole thing got that I was watching.
It was. So once again, Chris, man, thank you for joining me here, man.
Appreciate it.
Make sure that y'all follow Chris Hines 3_ on Twitter. He does very good with his analytical breakdowns of the games. Really good with footage. He's a really great trainer as well. So make sure that you get with him any type of basketball inquiries that you may have. This is Jeffrey Day. We thank you, and we are signing off.